what you want to do is you want to become more interested in what is aware of this experience. What is aware of this experience right now? Hello and welcome to this channel. Today we're going to be talking about the I am, the presence that you are. We're going to talk about specifically how the I am does not suffer, and how realizing that you are that can bring you out of suffering. And I'm going to give you a couple really powerful meditation techniques in this video that you can start using immediately to have amazing results and really feel yourself to be the I am presence very easily, effortlessly. So stay tuned for that. Right now I'm going to talk about the I am. So what is the I am anyway? Let's clarify what the I am is before we even get into the methodology and all that. So the I am is what's here now. It's the presence of you. It's your soul. It's that which is hearing my voice. Okay, there's something, quote unquote, behind the eyes that's seeing, registering what's being perceived, right? There's someone there. There's someone there, but it's not a person. This is very important to understand. The I am presence is non-personal. It just is present. And that's powerful, because that means that anything that happens to the I am is not personal. That means when someone in your life says something mean to you or something crazy that might seem like it's supposed to disturb you, it could disturb the personal self, but the presence that is aware of that whole experience, is not hurt and is not affected by that insult or whatever nonsense some crazy person is saying in your direction. So we have to start to understand that we are the I am. We are not the person, because the more that you can feel yourself to be this I am presence and not the person, not the person with a name and an identity with the body. No, we want to be the presence. We want to be this non-personal, perfect, divine presence that doesn't waver, that doesn't fluctuate, that is always in the same state all the time. It doesn't suffer. It doesn't go up and down in emotions. In fact, let me stop telling you about what the I am does, and let me ask you about the I am from your experience. When was the last time that the presence that's looking through the eyes right now ever became negative? I'm not talking about the mind. I'm not talking about your body or your personal identity. I'm talking about that which is aware of all of that. The presence that's behind all of that. That's right here, right now, hearing my voice. Is it possible that that presence ever became unhappy? Ever? Think about that for a moment. Go back in your memory and look at times where you thought that you were actually having a negative experience, or you were suffering. And remember that sense of I am in that experience. Was the I am in that experience actually suffering? Or was the I am just completely present, completely aware of all of the experience without any suffering? It was just present, just being. Right? Now the cool thing is when you can bring this into every moment of your life, when you bring this into every experience and you remember consciously in the moment that you are not suffering and you are not capable of suffering as the I am. So it's all about where we place our identity. If we keep our identity in being a person with a body and a brain and past and a future and emotions and beliefs and ideas about things and how things should be, we're just asking for suffering at that point. at that level of identity, we're asking for suffering. In fact, that is suffering, ultimately. Being all of that is suffering. But when you release all of that identity and you start to be just the presence, just that pure presence that's behind the eyes, it's behind the experience. The whole experience is happening in the foreground, and the presence is kind of in the background. So that's one way to distinguish between the two levels of reality. What you want to do is you want to become more interested in what is aware of this experience. What is aware of this experience right now? That's a great question to ask in order to gain access to the I am. What is having this experience right now? You can try this out anytime. You can do this during meditation. I highly recommend asking that at the beginning of every meditation session. But also you can ask yourself this question throughout the day. It's a wonderful practice. It can really redirect your attention away from the world and into the peace of the I am. And you can really expand your consciousness if you keep doing that over and over and over again. Anyway, so this video we're talking about the I am and how the I am doesn't suffer, and how the I am actually can't suffer. And I want you to have an experience of this right now. So try this out. Become aware of the I am presence. Step 1. Feel that you exist. So there's definitely an existence here. It's having this experience, right? So rest in that for a moment. I'm going to ask you a couple questions to direct your attention to the qualities of the I am that will get you high naturally and or lead you into awakening. So has the I am ever feel unhappy? The presence itself, the existence of the I am, the real you. Does that presence ever have a negative outlook towards anything? Does it not want certain circumstances in your experience? Does it resist anything? Does the I am resist anything in your experience? Check. Is the I am resisting anything right now? Or is it just I am? Just I aming. It's just being, right? See that clearly, that you are just being. You're actually not resisting anything. That's a great portal into awakened consciousness. And that's just one quality. There's endless enlightened qualities that you can tune into in the I am. So, does the I am have any problems with your life circumstances? Does it need anything to change desperately? Or is the I am just I am? Is it just being? It's just vibrating as existence. Which is it? Is it really struggling with life circumstances and really wanting to manifest something different and feeling suffering because of that? Or is the I am just I am? Check. And in my experience, I'll tell you what it's like in my experience. In my experience, the I am is just I am. It's just being. It's not really suffering. It's not really resisting anything. It doesn't really want anything. It doesn't need anything to change at all. One bit. It's just being. And that's the power of not only tuning into the I am, but really realizing that you are this I am. You are that. You are already, therefore, in a state of enlightenment. You just didn't realize it. You overlooked it because it's so constant. That's the thing about the I am, is it's constant. And that's why it's so wonderful, because you can always come back home to the I am. Whenever life gets crazy, whenever things are not going the way you want, or your mind is not going the way you want, you can always redirect everything back to the self, to the I am, and just start at that blank slate. Just rest there. The I am is completely still. It's completely at peace, always. Even in the midst of chaotic circumstances. And if you'd like to, I'd invite you to go back into a memory of a very chaotic time in your life. Whenever, it doesn't matter when it was, just so you have a clear memory of that experience. Now, in that memory, can you notice that you exist? You existed in that memory. There was a presence that was having that experience. Do you remember that? That presence was there, wasn't it? In fact, that presence was actually just perfectly being the entire time, throughout the entire experience that you had. Your very own presence was totally still, even in that experience, totally at peace. Isn't that amazing? And feel it, feel that presence. Remember how that presence was there. It was like on its own level of consciousness. It was present and it was aware of the experience. But it was aware of itself. It was present to itself. And it was not caught up in the drama of that moment. It was completely unmoving and unchanging. Now understand that this presence is always here. And the more you realize that, the more you realize that it's always here and it's always peaceful. And the more you realize that actually that's what you are. You are that presence. You are the presence. You are that constant factor of existence without which this experience couldn't even happen. The whole experience is dependent on the presence of you. Now ultimately your presence is literally generating the whole experience, the whole environment, the whole projection. It's a projection of consciousness, but that's for another video. We'll talk about that another time. But the presence is essential, and it's always here, and it's constant. So just knowing that gives you a wonderful sense of stability to yourself, that you can always relax into that presence. Whenever things get rough, whenever you get stressed out, or you feel any kind of negative emotions or suffering, you can snap out of it and just rest in the presence that is not suffering, the presence that is not fluctuating, the presence that is not reacting even to anything, actually. And that's another quality of presence, is it doesn't react. It's a very powerful quality. So I'm going to ask you a question again, and follow this question into this wonderful state of consciousness. Has the I am ever been triggered? Has the I am ever been triggered by anything? Ever? Has it ever been triggered by any circumstance or any person or anything, actually? Has the I am ever been triggered by anything that it was aware of? I'm talking about the presence, consciousness, the existence of you, the actual existence, not the person. I'm not talking about the mind. I'm not talking about the personal identity that has a name. I'm talking about what's prior to that, what's aware of all that, this presence that's here. Has this presence, consciousness itself, ever reacted or gotten triggered by anything? Or was presence just always constantly being? Just being itself, existing. Being the space for experiences to arise and subside within. Even the experience of a trigger coming up in the personal self, the I am presence has no triggers, but it can be aware of the personal self triggers arising. But the I am presence, it doesn't have triggers. How could it? All presence has is presence. All presence has is existence. Constant, never-ending existence. So that's wonderful. Isn't that a wonderful relief to know that you have nothing, there's nothing inside of you as the I am that can get triggered. Nothing. Isn't that beautiful? By the way, each one of these questions, I invite you to write these down and meditate on them for a lot longer than we're doing in this video, because they can really open up your consciousness and really open up your energy, and you can really heal yourself on so many levels with these simple questions about the I am. And I'll have a whole course on this eventually, and or something to that effect somewhere, and whatever it is, there will be a link in the description. It's probably not there yet, but it will be eventually, so check it out. If this video is old, hopefully I've made it by then. But anyway, so yeah, the I am, it's so peaceful, it's so amazing. But I want to share with you one more really cool technique about the I am that will really open up your consciousness and really, this is good for anyone that's been depressed or has felt down in their life or overwhelmed or stressed, really stressed out. This can kind of spontaneously undo all that. It's a really powerful meditation, and they should really be teaching this in school. It's a very powerful technique to get rid of depression, get rid of unhappiness, very much instantly. And then all of a sudden you're filled with endless energy and endless power, and happiness, and joy, and you just feel on fire with energy. Now, you don't have to be depressed to do this. You can do this in any state of being, and it will elevate you. So, what is it? What do? We simply ask the question about the I am presence. We ask ourselves, okay, as the I am, could the I am ever be unhappy? Is it even possible for presence, existence, to actually be unhappy? Oh, wait a minute. Is that possible? Is it? Is it really possible? I don't want you to just follow along the video and just, believe everything I say. I want you to actually find out the answer to that question yourself. Think about it for a moment. Could presence, existence, could that ever be unhappy? Is it capable of being unhappy? Could it ever be unhappy? Has it ever been unhappy? And really feel into that presence to find the answer. Really feel deeply into it. Feel into that buzzing vibration of existence that you are, that constant existence. Can you find any unhappiness in that? The actual presence. Can you find any unhappiness in it whatsoever? Any whatsoever? I'll give you a little bit longer to find out, but so no, I don't. I mean, when I look into presence, I don't feel anything other than presence. I don't feel any unhappiness. I don't feel any unworthiness. I don't feel any worry or concern or anything. And what happens is when I focus on the I am and I see clearly how the I am is free of any negative mood whatsoever. It's just totally blank. It generates a wonderful burst of energy in me. It makes me feel like in a really good mood. It's just like an automatic switch that I can flip at any time. I can flip a switch and all of a sudden, boom, I'm in an amazing mood. Because I'm tapped into that non-dual level of the I am presence. And I call it non-dual because it doesn't change. There's no duality. There's no up or down. It's just constant presence. It's a vibration of perfect presence. And ultimately, it is a high vibration technically, so when you tap into it, it will enliven you. That's why it makes you feel so good when you feel the I am, or so relaxed or calm or even blissful and ecstatic. It's because the I am is a very high vibrational frequency. But just to keep it simple, the I am doesn't fluctuate. It constantly stays stable and present, always. So it's reliable. And it's never unhappy. When was the last time that the I am presence was ever depressed? How could that even be possible? How could it get depressed? That doesn't even make sense. The only thing presence can do is be present. It's just present. It's not able to do any of that kind of thing. Now the body-mind can do that, but you're not the body and the mind. You are the presence behind the body and mind, you see. That's the power of this teaching. Self-realization that you are the I am. And the more you know yourself as the I am, the more these qualities become a part of you permanently. That's what I meant to say in a previous video about how to get high naturally forever, or something to that effect. You want to self-realize that you are this higher level of consciousness over and over and over again until it becomes a permanent realization. See it clearly enough that there's no more thinking that you're a person, you're just the presence. If you got something out of this, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear if you have any questions or comments about this video or any of my videos, or any suggestions, anything you want me to talk about, let me know. I'll answer your questions. Definitely subscribe for more if you haven't already. This channel is just getting started and I'd love to have you on board. We're gonna really take some deep dives into awakening and enlightenment techniques and all kinds of really cool stuff that can get you high naturally through meditation and raise your frequency and do all kinds of fun stuff like that. So we're gonna do that in this channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll try to click it for you. I'm not sure if I can get it, but yeah, I can't reach it. You gotta do it for me, sorry. And I'll see you guys in a next video or something, somewhere, hopefully. Thanks for watching.